Hello students, this is a tutorial in continuation with lecture 12, the dot plot, and we need to point our browser to the dot maker. This is the URL for this online tool, but you can get access to this home page simply typing this in your search box. Now this is the dot maker or dot plot, and this provide actually the most basic method of comparing two sequences, and it is a graphical way of comparing two sequences in a two-dimensional matrix. This is one, suppose x-axis, and this will be y-axis, and two sequences to be compared are written in the horizontal and vertical axis of the matrix. So the algorithm automatically will do it. We simply need to paste the sequences, and this comparison will be done by searching each residue of one sequence for similarity with all residues in other sequence. Now we need sequences. For that we need to point our browser to the XPacy. This is the main page of the XPacy expert protein analysis system, and we have four popular resources here. Here we need to visit the UniProt KB, and I think you know that the information has been categorized in these classes. Now click on the UniProt KB. We need to compare two genes, suppose LIPH. So by clicking on the or opening the entry in a new tab, this is the human LIPH, and here we are concerned with the sequence, the primary sequence of the protein. So this is the LIPH of human, and we need the sequence in FASTA format. So this is the dot maker, and copy, paste, and paste. So what I did actually we are comparing identical sequences, and interpretation of dot matrices, from interpretation of dot matrices we must be able to predict that what will be the pattern of the graph. So within a dot plot, two identical sequences, as these two sequences are identical, I simply pasted the sequence here in the two boxes. This is the same sequence, the LIPH human protein, two identical sequences, and two identical sequences are characterized by a single unbroken diagonal line. So now click, and yes, this is, so this is LIPH human versus LIPH human, and we are getting an unbroken diagonal line. This is one of the interpretations of the dot plot for identical sequences. Now we are comparing similar sequences, and for that we need to go to the, yes, so one is a human and another is, suppose this one, so this is a species which is not closely related to human, so the gene sequence of the human and the gene sequence of this organism, they will not be similar, and sequence and this, okay. So this is human and this is the sequence of a distantly related species. So this is now the output, and the two species are so unrelated that we are getting only stretches and there is no diagonal line. Now there is another interpretation. If we compare not identical but closely related or similar sequences, for example, human LIPH or mouse LIPH, like that. So this is human LIPH and this is mouse LIPH. This is the protein sequence of the human and this is the protein sequence of the mouse. This is LIPH human and this is LIPH mouse. And in that case, this is the output. So in contrast to similar sequences where we have an unbroken diagonal line and unrelated sequences where hardly we can get any diagonal, in similar but not identical sequences we will get small interruption in the diagonal. And if you zoom, so this is an interruption, and this is an interruption. So then we will have such a broken diagonal line, and the more the diverge the two species, the more the interruption, and the more close the two species, the less the interruption. And therefore for identical species, identical sequences, we get absolutely unbroken diagonal line. So this was all about the dot plot matrix, and all the best. Good luck for your exams.